Alright, as if people weren't sick of me already, it's the 404 guy, 7he404guy with more Kerbal Space Program. Before we get into the episode, though...
Warning. This program contains coarse humor and a sense of language that some people might not share. Viewer discretion is advised. But I bet that just makes you want to watch it even more.
Literally earlier today, I left it on a black screen for like half an hour while I was streaming Kerbal Space. So I gotta be definitely sure. Yes, we're back. Things that have happened. I upgraded this place, I got like a little extra science. Nothing significant. Yeah, one other thing, though. I did accept a couple of missions. Hold on. Okay, these are all crap. I did accept a couple of missions. One of them was to bring a Category E asteroid into orbit of Minimus. And that's where I got this asteroid miner from. So, this, I have tested, is more or less capable of accomplishing that. With the notable exception that it requires a little bit of additional RCS. So I'll just throw that on there. Yeah, you know what, that's good enough. And, you know, just a little extra control. Right, that way we can, that way we can approach the asteroid and have some level of reasonable control in doing so. So I've done this flight before, just that the screen was on a black screen, so you literally couldn't see anything. But yeah, we're here now, so... I was getting all angry by the fact that the internet was completely messed up earlier. But now I kind of more or less realize why that was, and I've improved my streaming script. So what I had before, I had a streaming script that would assume full bandwidth and would basically attempt to multi-stream YouTube and Twitch, which I can do because I'm not an affiliate with either one. The unfortunate thing was I didn't have the bandwidth. And so even though the encoder is perfectly capable of delivering the speed, the ISP that I'm with, for whatever reason, didn't have enough upload bandwidth at the time, so what it was essentially doing is just... oh wow, look at this. What it was essentially doing was just dropping frames. And all out lowering the quality of the stream, making it very difficult for me. So, currently, to the best of my knowledge, we have full internet bandwidth. It's now, I've upgraded my, my streaming command so that before it starts streaming, it checks the internet bandwidth. So when it went to run this time, it was saying 10.76 megabits per second. That's what it should be. And so it is currently multi-streaming YouTube and Twitch, and it's basically assuming that that bandwidth is going to remain as is. If it drops for any reason, then obviously that will be a problem. This is our target asteroid. It's going to encounter Kerbal and basically smash into the surface. Let me set that as a target. So this is the path it's going to take, smashing into Kerbal. As you can see, it should be very easy to shift that trajectory such that it'll go towards Minimus instead, so that's why I'm making that my target. And yes, it would appear as though this stream is going much more smoothly than the last one. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm just going to delete the last stream from history. It does not exist. You know, in game, I mean, time didn't move at all, really, so it seems reasonable. When I go to connect with the asteroid, I have to make sure that I retract the solar panels, as I discovered that if you do not retract the solar panels and you bump into something too hard, the solar panels break, and that is unrecoverable. Alright, so more or less we're looking at an escape trajectory here. It actually would be better if I adjusted my orbit this way just a little bit to start. That we were still going up, but I do need to go opposite to the direction of my orbit there. Wow, 153 degrees? What the hell? Something's off about that. I don't know what. And yeah, this is just going to take an extremely long time. Now, technically, I could extend these coolers. They wouldn't do much. Huh. You know, I just realized I put this conversion... I put this resource converter on here. But I don't have anything to store resources in. So it's going to be permanently starved for ore. And it'll be pretty much permanently starved for ore for however long it takes. So I guess I'm going to have to hope that I have more than enough liquid fuel to accomplish this mission, because that's going to suck if I don't. I might be able to deliver fuel, though, if I can get into orbit of Kerbal, so that's perhaps going to have to be the solution. Acceleration of 6 meters per second. We're approaching half our fuel used. It might be better to go back and, I don't know, attach a couple of ore containers to the side. Basically mine the asteroid for fuel and then bring it into orbit using its own mass. Alright, this is going to be questionable at best. I'm just hoping to get close to the asteroid. If I can get it into orbit, then great. If I can't, then I'm not going to be too fussed about it. Alright, here we go. Alright, we have a solar trajectory. Now we need to maneuver this to bring this a lot closer. So that's 600,000 kilometers. Let's bring that out just a little. Not too much. 626,000. Oh, we should bring that up. 635. Too far, too far. 626. 627. I guess that's where it should be then. 664. I gotta bring it in. 541, but that's getting a bit close, isn't it? Okay, here's something else I can do then. Come on, get that. I want to add a maneuver on this blue guy. Oh, right about there before we exit somewhere. Come on. There we go. Let's how to maneuver there. I think I can definitely get closer than 667, that's for sure. Oh, 664, there's proof. 661. Okay, it's going back up, so let's just leave it there for now. That's going too far. Let's bring it in a little. How far? 572, but then we're kind of really pushing ourselves. 351, that's better. 407, that's the wrong way. 357. Don't know what we're encountering, but okay. 357 is pretty good, and then 118. Or sorry, 251 is it now? What is this? 251. And they have second encounter at 118, which is even better. 82, that's even better. 42, okay, we'll do that. Alright, we have our next maneuver set. Plenty of solar power, plenty of communication strength. This should not be an issue. The only thing we don't have plenty of is fuel, and we have no way to get more fuel because our resource converter is not going to work without a fuel holder or any container. But we do have RCS, so that could be of some use. Alright. I've solved the issue with my stream. So you might have seen all those, if you've been watching the channel, you might have seen an inordinate number of streaming attempts in the middle of the day. That was a result of that upload issue I was mentioning. Luckily, that is no longer the case. Alright, how much of this should we have? This is going to be more or less, if we do get contact with the asteroid in question, then we're going to basically have to start altering the trajectory immediately, because otherwise we're never going to get into orbit of Minimus. Alright, how close are we here? Let's take a look. Take a look and then I'll adjust with the RCS. 119 and no secondary, okay. Alright, well 26 is pretty good. I guess I is in this direction, isn't it? We gotta kind of bring it up. Very carefully. Alright, that's about as close as we can get. Alright, so that's our target point. Let's, oops. Let's go to the other side of this. Our Kerbal escape. Fuel is 218 remaining, burning at a rate of about 1.53, so we have just over maybe 120 seconds. roughly 120 seconds, maybe less. That's our target right there. Now, once we get out here, it's roughly 3 days away. That's at 26. That's our current closest approach. That's going to bring us up to 31, so let's bring it down. That's also 31. So right in the middle there is actually the best. That's 8, even better. That's 4,000. That's 5,000, so it's going up again. 6,000. 5,000. 15,000, let's bring that back out. 11,000, no. Damn. This is really close tolerances here. Okay, let's redo that then. So we need to bring it up. Then we need to bring it back. Not that back. Oof. Yeah, this is tough to get. Okay, well that's 2,000. We'll leave it at that. And warp to that maneuver point. So currently exiting the Kerbal sphere. That's 3 seconds of burn time, which I'm going to hang this one all on the RCS because I can, and because I feel like it's more accurate to do so. So our goal is 2,000 kilometers. Alright, not all of it's going to be on the RCS then. T375. There we go, within 100K. Let's see. Nope. Within 400 kilometers, though, is pretty good. Let's go here then. So yeah, we're getting pretty close to it. It's definite. Alright, and there is the asteroid in question. Our separation will be about 400 kilometers. Let's see if we can bring that in again. 6,000 kilometers. 11,000 kilometers. Nope, I don't think so. Down. 3,000. 4,000. No, I don't think so. And moving along the X and Y. 1,000. 5,000. Okay, well, we'll go there and then we'll just move towards it, I guess. There's our target. .200 meters per second relative velocity. Okay. That's going to be at 415 kilometers there. Now, if I was to go like that, 970, 11,000, 322. See, this is where we can do those fine adjustments now. Whoops. Alright, 200K, that's not bad. 291, that's pretty bad. 754, that's really off. Alright, let's point at the target then and see if we can't... Alright. So basically, looking at the velocity vector relative to the target, we know which way we need to go. Or which way we need to adjust our trajectory anyway. So let's... Perfect. All right. It's about 33 kilometers. Then we need to go down in our orbit slightly, don't we? Just a little bit. Stabilize. Just adjust it very lightly here. Alright, so 16 kilometers seems like a pretty good target then. Let's go there. Theoretically, it should be directly in front of us. Ah, there it is. Okay. So we will point retrograde against the velocity vector, that is. And when are we going to get there? It's going to be in about a minute. Let's warp there. There it is, 20 kilometers away, and stopping maneuver. Alright. That'll make things easier. And we now point into this direction. And a little bit up this way. Damn it, we're missing for some reason. Let's just point full 90 degrees here. We need that to be as close as possible. 3 meters per second. Sorry, that's 3 kilometers. 0.7. Alright, we're within 1 kilometer now. Now we should be able to adjust this. It's going to be 104 meters per second relative velocity. We should be able to stop that pretty quick. Remember what I was saying about absolutely nothing going right? Jeez. Yeah. So Windows just crashed. Like, just completely dead crashed, had to restart. Just completely... Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Which means that regardless of whether this mission fails or succeeds, there is no way for me to revert this flight. So what happens here stays here, basically. I'm going to finish off this episode, though, because I can, and I probably should. Yes, I know I had already done this part. Blame Windows. That's all I say. I cannot believe it just crashed in such a spectacular fashion. And I don't even know what the video looks like. I'm going to want to watch the video where it crashed. Because that is definitely not something that happens on a daily basis. How are we here? I want to set one of these. That's 53 seconds. Let's set one in 3 minutes. That's 84. That's 131. Oh, how's that? That's 44. That's 33. 47. 25. 15. 28. 15. 11. 4.5. 7, 8. Alright, we'll look at that one then. Fingers crossed that Windows doesn't crash again before this episode ends, because if it does, it's going to be a very abrupt end to the episode. I'm not watching the Twitch or YouTube chats anymore because I just want to get this done for the most part. 10 kilometers. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're slowing down. No way. 3, 2, 1 kilometer. Within 1 kilometer. Wow. Okay, within 0.1 of 1 kilometer. That's good enough for me. Let's warp to that position. There's our target. Oh, geez. Well, we just lost our target, so... Crap. Oh, geez. It's 6 kilometers away already. Holy shit. This thing warped way past. Yeah, it was supposed to stop warping at the point where they were crossing over, not 20 minutes after. Oh well. Let's punch a hole in this direction then. Hope that we catch up with it, because if we don't, then we're screwed, because this just auto-saved. How are we here? There is absolutely nothing telling me how far away it's going to be, so... 4, 3, 2... Crap. Less than 1 kilometer, probably, at least. We'll wait until we get pretty close, then we'll stop and then approach slowly. We have to stop completely on this one, I think. We're close enough. I do not have confidence in the resource converter to be able to actually function without anything, basically. Alright, this is pretty close. Look at that. Alright, let's figure out what we're going to do with this. First of all, control from there, because we need to. Second of all, target center of mass. Let's head towards it. And with any luck, we will hit the center of mass straight on. Because if not, this thing's going to bounce off and it's going to look very, very bad. So... keep the RCS on in case we need to stop. We should be able to pick this up no problem. Active word being should. But will it work? Okay, we're getting close. Be prepared very carefully here. Alright, we grabbed it. Jesus, this thing. Okay. We have grabbed the asteroid. Let's deploy this drill and see if it'll friggin' work. Right? Liquid fuel, are we able to... No? Status 100% load. We don't have any ore. Okay, well that's never going to work then. It would have worked if we had anything that we could use. Alright, well anyway, we have the asteroid in tow. We are going to collide with Kerbal from what I can see here. So let's start adjusting. Alright, that brings us out just a little bit. Let's maybe, I don't know. That's not what I wanted. That's not it either. No, that goes way too far. Okay, this is better. That's just rotating it up and down. We want to maybe bring this in. I don't know. That looks pretty good where it is, though. I think we could do that. I think I could do that, and then I just need to basically refuel it. Oh, geez. Trying to point this thing in the direction of the maneuver. The mass of this thing is friggin' intense. What is the mass, anyway? 800 tons. This thing estimates it's going to take us 3 seconds. I estimate much, much longer. Alright, let's let this thing go. Oh wow, this is really slow. But it is moving, so that's a good sign. There. Just because I want to be able to warp to that maneuver. Still 100% signal. We should be heading towards Kerbal now. We should be approaching it anyway. 8 minutes? That's not happening. Holy shit, 8 minutes? Of burn? Oh my god. That's not going to happen. Oh, crap. Not to mention we cannot maintain attitude. Alright, we'll just get it so that it's not colliding with the surface anymore. I think once we get that, we should be in a pretty good position to get it into a stable orbit. As for refueling it, I do not know. I will have to attach some kind of resource storage tank. Alright, there we go, about 111,000. Good enough for me. So, once we get to here, if we can focus on it... No. This. Which I guess we are not allowed to focus on. So... Here we go, now we can. Focus on this. And we have orbit. There we go. So let's warp to there. This was a bad idea. It is going to take us an extremely long amount of time to actually... I should have just let it burn through the atmosphere. That would have been better. Crap, crap, crap. Jeez, this thing is friggin' heavy. What the hell's wrong with this thing? There's... oh my god, what the hell? I left this thing running and it drained the battery. Is that it? No, we're out of liquid fuel and monopropellant. That's what happened. We're out of liquid fuel and monopropellant, and we're that close. Oh my god. Well, I'm going to call this a failure then. Did we get anything for it? I don't think so. I don't think we even got anything for that, so... yeah, that sucks. A docking maneuver on the sun. I guess we got these things, didn't we? That kind of pays it off, but still, that's less than ideal. So yeah, this is a bit of a failed attempt. That's just going to go off into space somewhere. We're going to have to try this one again sometime, but that's going to have to be some other time. I'm the 404 guy, 7he404guy. That's all the time we have for today. Hopefully that's an interesting crash video from when it blue screened earlier. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I don't care. I'm the 404 guy, 7he404guy. Have a good day, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Or perhaps during the middle of the week. It depends. Goodbye.